beginning April 1st.
Yes, sir. That's when rent is due. Am I correct?
Yes, rent is due on the 1st. You need to deposit that with the court.
With the court?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Stoneberger, can you hear me now?
I can. Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
This is a termination case for a couple of different reasons. Number one, damage caused by the tenant to the landlord's properties. Flood, in particular, causing ceiling to collapse due to basically appears to be a drunken, non-authorized person in the unit leaving a shower on for 45 minutes to an hour till the unit flooded down into the lower unit, ruining the ceiling and so on. That would be step one. Step two is the tenant has at least two unauthorized occupants in the unit with her. The lease is for one person. She's got two or three in there. We're asking to have the lease terminated. We've gone around with her. She's not cooperating. Have the lease terminated. We're not asking for money judgment. We're asking for judgment of possession.
Ma'am, your position on this?
Yes, sir. I was advised by for Devon H on legal services. I'm going through legal services and everything because of the time change. She was asking me, because of the heat situation that we have with my landlord, I've kept a lot of documentations. I haven't had heat basically since November. He advised me to go buy a space heater, which heat is in my lease. And then he also stopped the Wi-Fi over 3 months ago also, Your Honor. And he also stopped the water on me about a month and a half ago, Your Honor. So I'm asking if by any chance we can get a trial date so we can do with all the evidence too, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, looks like we'll do that. One second.
Thank you.
All right. Ma'am, you need to file a written answer with the court. You need to file that by, I don't need much time on it, by April 4th.
Okay.
You need to send a copy to plaintiff's attorney
Yes,
on
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
And then I will set a non-jury trial in this matter for April 8th,
Okay, sir.
2025 at 9 a.m.
I did reserve escrow last time.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
I asked for escrow if you were.
That's at 9 a.m. Ma'am, how much is your monthly rent?
My monthly rent is $1,100.
All right. I reserved escrow from the last hearing. I can't order it at that point. Here's what I'm going to do. You need to deposit $1,100 escrow beginning April 1st.
Yes, sir. That's when rent is due. Am I correct?
Yes, rent is due on the 1st. You need to deposit that with the court.
With the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We'll see you April 8th, 9 a.m.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, one more. Jonathan Weber versus Vicky Carroll. No, Vicky Carroll and Rodney Carroll. Okay, ma'am, come on up to the podium. What's your name?
Vicky Carroll.
All right. This is also a termination.
Termination of normal month-to-month lease. Notice was given. I asked for anything other than possession.
All right.
The problem came when it was brought out that you didn't have the proper paperwork to recognize my apartment as being an apartment. It was like, it's supposed to be one household as far as the city was concerned.
Okay.
So I'm living, I don't want to stay there anymore, but I was missing some of the things that I needed, like a copy of my social security card, proof of the income stuff. So, okay, I got it now. And I'm trying to do what I need to do to get out of it.
Okay, so everybody's in agreement that you have to leave. When do you think you can be out?
I'd say for the next 3 weeks. be time to, for people to okay it. You know what I'm saying?
So you can be out by the 18th?
Also,
Of April,
I knew you were. Yes.
yeah, that should be,
All right, here's what I'm gonna do, because they won't be able to operate any quicker. I will, finding no tribal issue, I'll grant a judgment for possession. Termination of tenancy with a writ date of the 16th of April 16th. Okay? Do you understand that, ma'am?
yes.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Court does call the case of Valley Ranch versus Jamie Rena.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Brianna Kingsley appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Afternoon. You got it.
I do not. Sorry.
Jamie Rena,
I'm sorry. She actually has an attorney.
who?
Oh, counsel's present.
All right, Mr. Cooper, you're representing her? Okay,
Yeah,
where are
Jamie,
we on
yes,
this
him.
case?
Yes.
Where are we on this case?
I actually just received a consent judgment, which I'm in the process of signing back and returning to my opposing counsel here.
All right, so there's gonna be a consent judgment. What
That
are
is
the
correct.
terms of that consent judgment?
My client is to pay a total of $1,161.15 on or before April 7th. Upon payment, we've agreed that we will file a stipulation to set aside and dismiss this case. And then I'd also, just for the record, and I will provide proof of the same to counsel, my client has made half that payment today.
Okay. So,
So I'll have another, I think, $580.50 on or before the 7th, but the terms of the judgment have the complete amount.
oh. And that's a correct statement of the agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. Then I will indicate that there is a consent judgment, counsel on both sides. Once I receive it, I'll sign off.
Thank you, Judge.
Writ to issue is indicated. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Brianna, I'll send that over to you shortly.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Valley Ranch versus Lauren Victor.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Ms. Victor?
Hi, hello.
Hello, there she is. Okay. So what do you have as her current balance?
I am showing rent to retain in the amount of $4,480.73. It looks like Miss Victor's payment that she made on the 14th came back as non-sufficient funds.
Your Honor, when I got paid that day, I was under full impression that I was going to get my full check amount. I had received later that afternoon a notice of another wage garnishment. So that left my check to be 1/3 of its normal amount. Since the 17th, I've been driving Uber and started a new job. So today is that first paycheck. And so my plan is to have that returned payment in cash by the end of day Monday.
All right, but the problem is, how much is your monthly rent?
It is 1876,
1863.
1863.
All right, so,
But the
and
20,
counsel, what was the total amount that she owes?
Just the rent to retain is $44.80.73, and then the costs are $169. So the total is $46.49.73.
What I'm gonna do, ma'am, is I'm gonna find no tribal issue in this case. I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff in that full amount of $4,649.73. You got a check that's coming to pay that, and then I'm locking this figure in, because if we start adding April in, we're gonna have a problem. Your normal writ date would be April 7th. You're gonna have to get this paid by April 11th.
11th.
So a writ to issue
Yes.
April 11th.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir.
All right?
Yep.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Autumn Cooper.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
This is a motion for issuance of an order of eviction.
Yes.
Autumn Cooper, Pamela Coleman. All right. The plaintiff's petition. The order is granted. Your motion's granted. And
Thank
I've
you very
signed
much,
the order.
Judge.
Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Jennifer Watson.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Jennifer Watson.
Yes.
All right, Miss Watson. This is plaintiff's motion for an issuance of an order of eviction. In your case, what do you have to say to that, ma'am?
Yes, a lot's been going on since October. I have no issue whatsoever with what I owe. That's not the problem. It's more so me reaching out continuously, calling, emails coming to the office, and nobody responded to me, giving me answers or anything. What happened was I came in to pay my rent October, and I was typically paying partial payment. I found out that day that you can't do partial payment, and I was confused about. So to make a very long story short, it just became a snowball effect. I was out of work, FMLA, due to injury. It just kept piling up. I was trying to contact the office to let them know what's going on, if I could put money down that I was saving towards rent, and nobody would respond to me for months. I left voicemails, I have emails, I have proof where they told me I could make partial payments and it
Ma'am,
changed. So I was kind of out of the loop.
have you paid anything on this judgment from October?
No, because they don't take any partial payments. So I couldn't, every time I was trying to make a payment, the late fees would come in. It just kept becoming a snowball effect, and I couldn't pay anything. So they wouldn't take anything. So I didn't know what to do whatsoever. So it's gotten to this point, unfortunately. So I don't know what to do. I've been trying to communicate.
Counsel, how much is owing on her account?
Balance due as of today's date is $10,829.14.
And ma'am, do you have that?
No, I've been trying to reach out for months. Nobody returns calls. It's been different people,
Well,
management. I
ma'am,
just didn't know what to do.
Ma'am, I guess what you're saying, but if you tried to reach out and nobody would take your money, that would mean you'd have the money,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't have the money.
But no, because it kept going higher and higher. So they take the full amount. They don't take any partial payment. So what I did have
how
to
much
take
money do you have now?
nothing.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell me?
No, just I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to figure out what the next step is. Like I said,
You're gonna have to vacate the premises.
okay, how much
You
time do I
haven't
have?
even paid.
Me and my children?
You haven't paid off the judgment. You don't have the current rent. There's not a whole lot I can do.
Yeah, I never received any letters or anything. So I just was reached out to a month ago. So I've been, like I said, I've been trying to contact the office. I came into the office. They told me a lawyer would reach out to me. That never happened. So I'm lost. I don't know what to do. So how much time do I have so I could find somewhere for me and my children? I don't know what else to do. I'm just distraught. I've been like this for a while and I'm just trying to stay strong. So I just want to know what I need to do legally so I can make sure I'm doing the right thing. And I will pay the money. I know I owe that money. I don't know what to do. Nobody's talking to me. Everybody's avoiding me until recently, a month ago.
The motion to issue the writ is granted and I've signed that. And ma'am, the best thing that I can tell you is that you'll be on borrowed time. However, I've also signed the writ of restitution or the order of eviction. So really you'll have 72 hours from the time that it's posted.
Okay, so 72 hours
from the time that it gets posted. So if it gets posted Monday, you've got till Thursday.
how would I know where it's posted so I make sure?
Oh, you just look at your front door.
Okay. So I can't ask for any extra time to try to find somewhere or
You
something?
can ask ma'am, you can ask the landlord for extra time, but at the point that I'm at now,
Mhm.
this was a judgment from October.
Yes, I
And you
understand that.
and you're telling me you have none of the funds. There's nothing I can do. You owe over $10,000, almost 11.
I understand.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mhm.
Arbor Woods versus Tina Carico.